Welcome to Tabby Striped Cat, where we dive deep into tabby cat genetics, behavior, history, and care. Today, we're exploring why your tabby cat walks on you at night. If you've ever been fast asleep when your tabby suddenly marched across your legs, your chest, or even your head at 2 in the morning, you're not alone. There are actually several fascinating reasons behind this common feline behavior, and some of them may surprise you. Let's get into it. You're deep in sleep, and then you feel it. A slow, deliberate pressure moving across your legs. Then your stomach. Then your chest. Your tabby is walking on you. Again, you probably didn't move. You probably didn't say anything. You may have even smiled a little in the dark because if you've lived with a tabby long enough, this has become one of the most familiar feelings in your world. But here's what most owners never stop to ask. Why? Not just why do cats do this, but why your tabby specifically does this to you, at night, in the way that they do. Because the answer isn't simple, and the most surprising reason may have nothing to do with affection at all. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand your cat in a way you never have before. Welcome to Tabby Striped Cat, the channel dedicated to going deeper on the cats most of us share our lives with. If you're new here, we don't do surface level. We go to the science, the behavior research, and the real observations of experienced owners so you can understand what your cat is actually telling you. Let's get into it. Before we explore the reasons, I want to establish something important. When your tabby walks across you at night, that is not random behavior. Cats, and tabbies in particular, are creatures of extraordinary intention. Everything they do carries meaning, even when that meaning is layered, complex, or rooted in instincts that are thousands of years old. In fact, one of the explanations we'll cover today dates back to the very origins of the domestic cat, to a time long before soft beds and heated homes. Now, tabbies aren't a breed. Tabby is a coat pattern, those iconic stripes, swirls, spots, and ticking carried by cats across dozens of breeds worldwide. But experienced tabby owners often describe a shared personality thread: curious, communicative, deeply attached to routine, and remarkably bonded to their humans. That personality matters, because the reasons your tabby walks on you at night are inseparable from who they are. We're going to cover 10 distinct explanations today. Some will feel immediately familiar. Others may genuinely surprise you. And a few will make you look at tonight's midnight visit in a completely different light. Let's start with the one most owners assume first, and it's not wrong. It's just incomplete. Affection. Your tabby walks on you because, in the most fundamental sense, you are their person. You are the warm, familiar, safe center of their world. And at night, when the house goes still and the stimulation of the day fades away, that bond becomes the most important thing in the room. Cats show affection differently than dogs. They don't wag, they don't leap, they approach, they choose, and the act of walking directly onto your body, slowly and deliberately, is a profound expression of trust. Think about what that requires from a prey animal. To place all 4 paws on a large, breathing, moving creature and simply stay. That's not accidental, that's trust. Does your tabby do this to you specifically, but not to others in the household? That's especially worth noting. Now here's where things get fascinating. Your tabby may be walking on you to claim you. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. When your cat walks across you, pressing those paws into your skin and your blankets, they are depositing their scent. In the language of feline behavior, they are marking territory. And that territory is you. Before that sounds strange, understand what it means. In cat social structure, scent marking isn't aggression. It's belonging. Your tabby is essentially announcing, "This human is mine. I am theirs. We belong together." Night is especially significant because during the day you carry the sense of the outside world. Other people, other places, other experiences. By evening, your cat may feel a quiet instinct to refresh that bond. If your tabby needs while walking across you, pressing and releasing those paws rhythmically, the scent transfer becomes even stronger. They're not just getting comfortable, they're making a statement. And then there's the simplest explanation of all: warmth. Your body is an incredible heat source. Under blankets, across your chest, along your legs, you radiate exactly the kind of warmth a cat's nervous system is designed to seek. Cats are drawn to warmth the way humans are drawn to sunlight. Their ideal comfort temperature is actually higher than ours, and finding reliable heat is an instinct that never completely disappeared, even after thousands of years of domestication. Many tabbies seem especially methodical about this. They'll test several locations before settling. Your feet, your hip, your chest. They're not being indecisive, they're finding the perfect spot. Now let's talk about time. Cats are among the most time-aware animals in our homes. Their internal clocks are astonishingly precise, shaped by feeding schedules, light cycles, and daily routines. And your Tabby has been studying your schedule since the day they arrived. They know when you wake up. Sometimes they know it better than you do. If your Tabby walks on you consistently during the early morning hours, especially between 4 and 6 a.m., there's a strong chance food is involved. Their internal clock has activated. Their stomach knows breakfast is approaching. And they know exactly where the food dispenser lives. If this happens at almost the same time every morning, that's a clue. The behavior has become a routine. The walk wakes the human. The human gets up, breakfast appears, the pattern repeats. Over time, that loop becomes remarkably powerful. But food isn't the only reason. Sometimes your Tabby simply wants your attention. And walking across a sleeping human is one of the most effective communication tools they've ever discovered. Think about it, you might ignore a toy. You might sleep through a soft meow. But a furry little set of paws directly across your ribs? That gets results. What's fascinating is that many cats follow the walk with additional social behaviors. A chirp, a slow blink, a gentle head bump, direct eye contact. Those are all communication signals. Your Tabby isn't necessarily demanding something. They may simply be checking in with the being they trust most. In their world, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. And then we arrive at one of the most important scientific explanations. Cats are crepuscular animals. That means they are naturally most active at dawn and dusk. This isn't a personality trait. It's biology. For thousands of years, small prey animals have been most active during these periods, so feline brains evolved to be highly alert at exactly those times. Here's the important part. The hours when your cat feels most awake often overlap with the hours when you are most asleep. At 2 in the morning. At 4 in the morning. At the first hint of sunrise. Your cat's nervous system may be fully engaged while yours is still deep in sleep. From your perspective, they're interrupting your rest. From their perspective, they're simply awake. Understanding this changes everything. Your Tabby isn't being difficult. They're being a cat, and because they love you, they include you in their nighttime activities. Another explanation reaches back thousands of years. Security. In the wild, small cats are vulnerable while sleeping. The safest place to rest is often near something larger and more powerful. Your Tabby may walk on you because you represent safety. You are the biggest, most familiar presence in their territory. Sleeping close to you reduces perceived risk. This is often especially noticeable in rescue cats or cats that experienced instability early in life. When those cats begin seeking close physical contact during sleep, it frequently signals a major shift in trust. They've decided you're safe. They've decided you're home. And that's a powerful thing. There's another possibility many owners find surprisingly touching. Your cat may actually be checking on you. That sounds almost too human, but consider what we know. Cats are incredibly observant. They notice breathing patterns, body temperature, movement, routine. There are documented cases of cats detecting illness, changes in blood sugar, seizures, and other medical events before their owners recognized something was wrong. When your Tabby walks across you, pauses briefly, sniffs, and settles nearby, they may be gathering information. Is everything normal? Is my human okay? No one can say exactly what's happening inside a cat's mind, but many longtime owners strongly suspect their cats conduct nighttime wellness checks. And honestly, it's difficult not to wonder. Now we need to discuss one important exception. Not every change in nighttime behavior should be ignored. If your Tabby has suddenly started walking on you after years of never doing it, or if the behavior has become dramatically more frequent, it may be worth paying attention. Behavior changes can sometimes signal medical issues. Hyperthyroidism, pain, anxiety, sensory decline, or cognitive dysfunction in older cats. Senior cats experiencing cognitive changes may become more restless at night, seek reassurance more frequently, and display altered sleep patterns. This doesn't mean every nighttime visit is a reason for concern. Far from it, but your cat's behavior is information. And sudden changes deserve attention. If the walking behavior is accompanied by increased vocalization, confusion, appetite changes, or litter box changes, consider discussing it with your veterinarian. Early detection matters. Now for the final reason. The one many owners never consider. Your Tabby walks on you at night because it works. Not in a calculated way. Not because they're secretly plotting against your sleep schedule. Because over time, this behavior has been rewarded. You respond, you pet them, you speak softly, You acknowledge them, you make room, you offer comfort, and behaviors that receive positive outcomes tend to continue. That's true for humans, it's true for cats, and it's true for relationships. Your tabby doesn't walk on you despite your bond. They walk on you because of it. The behavior has become part of the language that two of you share. A language built over months or years of trust, familiarity, and affection. And that's what makes this behavior so special. So the next time you feel those tiny paws crossing your blanket in the middle of the night, remember that the explanation is probably not just one thing. It's affection, it's instinct, it's biology, it's warmth, it's habit, it's trust, it's communication, and in some cases, it may even be your cat quietly making sure you're okay. What you're experiencing is the result of thousands of years of evolution meeting a relationship that exists only between you and your cat. A wild animal, softened by generations of coexistence, choosing once again to be close to a human. That's remarkable when you think about it. Your tabby isn't simply interrupting your sleep. They're speaking a language older than words. A language that says, I trust you. I feel safe with you. I want to be near you. And maybe, just maybe, I'm checking to make sure you're still there. If this video helped you understand your tabby a little better, consider sharing it with another cat lover. And if you'd like to explore more tabby behavior, communication, history, and fascinating feline science, be sure to subscribe to Tabby Striped Cat. We're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.